Anyway, in the meantime, wouldn't it be great to have a really handy guide to everything you could possibly want to know? Perhaps a bit like this.
What's going on?
Here, have a look at this.
What is it?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a sort of electronic book.
I like the cover. Don't panic.
Look. Fast wine index, V. Vogan constructor fleets, enter that code, see what it says, and I'll keep watch.
Vogon constructor fleets. Here is what to do if you want to get a lift from a Vogon. Forget it.
Well, that was the classic 1980s series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And we're delighted to have with us the author tonight, Douglas Adams. Now, Douglas, what are you launching tonight? A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Internet, effectively?
Well, exactly. Well, it's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the world on the Internet. I mean, when I invented the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 20-odd years ago, I mean, this is pure science fiction, but with the web now available, we can actually create online guides. And this is what we want to do, to create an entire guide to the entire world. And we're calling it h2g2, which is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
And what use is it going to be to ordinary people who switch
well,
into it?
The point about it is that it's going to be a collaborative thing. So everybody puts information in, and everybody can take information out. I mean, in the old days, we used to have, well, even today, we have guidebooks which are full of information that was published last year based on somebody's idea of what was good and what wasn't. What we can do now with the internet is everybody can collaborate and everybody can pitch in. And this we want to invite people to do tonight. If we go and register as a researcher at our site, which you can get to through the Tomorrow's World site,
right,
and see how many people can actually register as researchers right here on the program
and
tonight.
Put information into your new guide.
That's right. Start putting information about anything.
Give us an example. Give us an example.
Well, for instance, I mean, just take the example of a restaurant. Now, up until now, you would have to read something, as I say, that people had written ages ago. Nowadays, you'd be able to read something somebody had written about that restaurant today, and if you have one of the things you just demonstrated, an internet phone, you'd be able to, type in something about the restaurant as you were in it, and
so
somebody else.
It's a dynamic system, up to date all the time, constantly being renewed.
Exactly. Now, the web up till now has been like a lot of brochures, and we haven't understood that it's got to be live, dynamic information that's constantly being updated and constantly being argued about and debated about everybody online.
But for this, you are dependent on everybody else giving you the information.
Giving us the information. We provide the infrastructure, we provide the software and an environment which will make sense of all this information. We have sort of teams of people who are going to be sifting it through and gradually replacing themselves with smart software to do it automatically.
Fire the starting gun, tell them what they've got to do right now.
Go to the Tomorrow's World website, click through to the h2g2 site,
right,
and sign on. All you have to do is put your email address in and start putting in entries.
Douglas,
anything you like.
Thank you very much. We'll come back and see how things are going a bit later on. And I'm back with Douglas Adams. What sort of response have you had?
Well, overwhelming. I mean, the first thing that happened, there's such a huge onslaught of hits to the site, our servers went down. They're now up again, but apparently we've got tens of thousands of people logging on. So, I mean, this is extraordinary sort of testament to the power that a guide like this can have.
Once they've logged on, what kind of things do you want them to be telling you?
Anything at all. Now, I mentioned restaurants earlier, and just so happens that one example that's just come in is of a restaurant. I do want to emphasize this is not a restaurant review guide. This is anything at all. Put in your favorite shops, your favorite walks, where you like to sort of see the sunrise from, or information about your grandmother, information about anything at all. We will find ways of filtering this information and putting it into such a form that it becomes useful when put next to everybody else's information. And if
it's clearly rubbish, you'll chuck it out. We have a way of filtering it.
Oh yes. Now, to begin with, we have a team of highly trained professionals to cut out the rubbish. But after a while, we're going to have a team of highly trained software agents mimicking what they do and cutting out the rubbish. But in fact, you see, the thing is, what one person's rubbish is another person's vital information.
Douglas, thank you very much. We'll stop you there. It's been a great lift-off for this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy #2. Good luck for the future. Now over to you, Philippa. How are Gareth and Norman getting on?